Hey Yasmin.
Hi.
Is it okay if we can borrow some of your time to ask a couple questions?
Absolutely.
Okay,
Come
cool.
on in. Sorry, so these are the senior studios that we share space with everybody.
Cool. This is where the creative process happens?
In a sense, yeah, I don't think the creative process stops. Like, this is where my desk is, so all of the computer work, we have a lot of faculty that we have to meet with in preparation for the senior show. Obviously, this is like, there's a lot of installation stuff, photo stuff, poetry, and painting. The drafting happens here.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna take you guys out to my two big paintings because I don't have the space to work with them here.
What sort of topics, like what sort of civil rights issues inspires and drives some of your work?
I guess everything is political. So I'm just trying to put my narrative on stuff. I'm not trying to beat anybody over the head with my campaign.
Yeah.
Or ideology, because I think that's a little toxic. So, these two paintings, I'm just like delving into creation mythology, and I'm putting my narrative on it.
Okay.
Okay?
Do you mind jumping into what was one of the first experiences you had of being a woman of color, and what was maybe an opportunity that jeopardized it, or any sort of...
Post 9/11 in LA, they were burning down Iranian, Afghani, and Indian restaurants. They set my hair on fire, called me Saddam Hussein's daughter. So there's always been that issue. I've also been called like Mexican, like, so I don't, there's always that issue. I think it's getting better over time for sure.
Are any of these themes projected within your
Absolutely.
paintings?
So I think fine arts is definitely a white person's market. All of the people that sit on the boards of every major museum, gallery, grant fund, whatever, they're white people. This is like the history of Rome, which is what we're taught all the time. And obviously, like, I got a little bit upset, but like, so I'm making fun of, like, there's a black dildo in Romulus's hand. I've like circumcised this guy, like, I put a woman here, but she's ambiguous, like.
Yeah.
So I'm, that's the creation myth of Rome, where I've interjected myself into it.
What does this symbol mean?
Romulus and Remus were born of a rape, but I'm not interested in painting rape, so I just put the symbol of Hades over Mother Earth.
Oh.
And I don't know, it's on my tattoo, it's also on here, like, Euclidean geometry is everywhere. So I'm really interested in that micro, macro sort of stuff.
So history has a heavy influence on the things.
I think that the reason why there's such a schism in the political realm is because we have stopped looking at history or looking at data and science, and we're just really banking on theory and ideologies. And I think that's, again, very toxic and dangerous in a sense, I guess.
So you feel like there's a lot to learn from our history and moving forward within our civil rights?
I think that even though history in America has been run by a white male, mentality, we can't forget it, because the reason why we're here right now is because of all of that. And there's a lot of unspoken voices that, as we dig up, we're trying to find it, but we can't just forget everything or disregard it.
Exactly. Okay. For any striving artists, do you have any advice?
Always make sure that you hold on to what it is about you that makes you an artist and wants to do it. Listen to everybody, but make sure to take everything with a grain of salt. Learn the bureaucratic system. This is a bureaucratic democracy. It is not a democracy. So once you learn the system, you know their language, you know what their paperwork is, you know how to talk to them, you can essentially play chess with them and move pieces around without them even knowing. So.
Okay, great. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah, my pleasure. See you later.
That's great. Thank
Bye.
You. Bye. Hey, Chandra.
Come on in. Thank you. Welcome to my studio.
Thank you for reserving some time for us. We're just here to just ask a couple of questions.
Of course.
Okay. Cool. We would like to know what is some of the things you're most excited about in life right now.
Right now, so the most exciting things to me is being able to use my artistry to highlight different causes, specifically women's issues, mass incarceration, injustices.
What kind of things inspire you right now? Is it music, movies, pop culture?
I'm really inspired by everything. I have a musical background, so definitely music is a huge inspiration for me as well. And peoples and places, sounds and smells, everything.
All the senses.
Yeah.
Are some of these the things that stimulate your art, or is it the freedom, the colors, the mediums? What is it that drives?
Definitely for me personally, I would say, and I'm sure many artists, it's the fact that you're taking a piece of your soul, your vision, and you're placing it and giving it to the world. And hopefully to amplify something positive and change.
Tell us about a little bit about the first experience of being a woman of color and like the opportunity that was taken or jeopardized because of it.
Yes, okay, so the first thing that comes to mind is when I was briefly working in marketing and advertising, and I found out that everyone was making more than me, even though we all started the same time. Yeah.
If you were president for a day, would you change that law, or is there a different law?
If I was president for the day, and hopefully it'd be much longer than that, but first thing I would do is free education. Could I have a number 2?
You could have a number 2.
Okay, number 2, free healthcare.
Okay. Are some of these the issues that inspire the most of your work, or is it something else, or is it the gender rules, or the?
Well, definitely, I
femininity?
have a strong affinity to support, amplify, and uplift women.
Do you mind telling us a little bit about your most recent piece?
Sure. So one of my most recent pieces was for Women's History Month, and I made the women's female reproductive system.
Wow.
And this was to celebrate all women.
Is it all live and organic?
It's a living, lush, organic art
Organic.
piece, and it's on the wall, and it's huge, and it has eucalyptus and tons of flowers, and it's a true celebration of femininity.
Is there any problems that you come across and had to tackle a specific social issue on women's rights over the years?
Yes, it has become very vogue for women empowerment, people to use that term. We're about women empowerment, but sometimes I find that individuals or organizations actually aren't about women empowerment. For example, if you don't hire women, uplift women, support women, then you're not really about it.
Mm-hmm. Can you reflect on any specific high point you've encountered through activism?
Definitely. I would say being able to give a voice to the voiceless is what constantly compels me.
Is there any advice that you want to give
Yes.
to striving artists?
Definitely for the artists
finding
out there,
their
I would,
voice?
finding their voice, well, I would definitely say that fear is not an option.
Wow, yeah, totally. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Oh my gosh, thank you for having me. Come again.
Whoa, what's up, my Drake?
Hey, what's going on?
Well, you got it, man. On in.
Thanks for taking time out of your schedule.
Oh, not a problem. Cat,
Yeah.
come on down, baby. Somebody wants you to meet and ask you a few questions.
Hi, Kat.
Hi.
I'm just here to ask you a few questions about who you are, art, activism, and what inspires you.
Okay.
So what's one thing in life that you're most excited about?
Probably school because I'm learning new things
Mm-hmm.
and it gives me something to do besides art.
Mm-hmm. The people around you inspire your craft a lot. What song inspires you the most right now? What's one of your favorite songs?
Believer because I'm learning it in school and I like the song.
What stimulates you about the art? Is it freedom, the colors, the mediums, or what is it that drives the art?
Mediums because I like to use color pencils when I draw and it's really fun.
Mm-hmm. What movies do you feel like every woman should see right now?
A Wrinkle in Time.
Tell me if your first experience of being a woman of color and how it like a chance or an opportunity might have taken jeopardy because of it?
Well, I haven't had that experience, but my parents are doing a good job preparing me for that day.
If you were president, what would be one law that you would change?
If I was president, one law I would change is slavery globally.
Who inspires you the most in life?
My grandmother, because she does art too, and she inspires me when she does it.
Creativity runs in the family.
Yeah.
What is some great advice that you've received in the past?
Well, my dad told me that never have a second chance in a first impression.
Tell me about your most recent piece.
It's this for a book drive because some people lost their books in a fire. So my school is donating books from their house to the libraries for them to check out.
I love the colors.
It's nice.
Okay. Cool. Thank you so much for taking the time. It was great meeting you, Kat.
Appreciate it, man.
Thank you.